Hey, what's going on out there, everybody? Rooster here in Tennessee with another look at another Thunderbolt 305. Traded for this one a few days ago from a friend up here in Tennessee, and this one's a stout one. It's a good one there. My favorite sweep tube amp ever made. Some people know I've mentioned it a few times there. I think the Thunderbolt 305 is the finest vintage sweep tube amp ever produced. One driving three 60Q6s, unless it's been converted, which I'm assuming this one hasn't, but I haven't had the covers off to tell you. Previous owner had marks on it here for the tunes, if you can see these little hash marks, and we're pretty close to all of them there. So I'd say we're pretty close to being in tune, or they were pretty close to being in tune. Might just be slight adjustments due to their antenna being a little bit different than this dummy load. We are testing on a dummy load. It's got a preamp in it, sideband delay, standby, of course, there, and an on and off switch. And then you got a drive control down here. Usually this just turns back the carrier a little bit. We'll test it and see what it does on this one. The power control there. Has a built-in fan into it. Power indicator meter over here. Hello, 1, 2, hello, 1, 2, audio, 1, 2, hello. It works just fine. Just all around great amp. These things take a beating with very little trouble to any there. A lot of sweep tube amps, you know, you end up running into problems here and there, having to do maintenance about like anything else that's old like that. But these Thunderbolt 305s take a licking and they keep on kicking. So we're going to test it with this Galaxy 44. It's doing about 35 watts peak. That's about what you want to run into these, you know, give or take a little bit. A little less is obviously going to be easier on them. A tad more is probably not going to kill them. But dead key wise, we're running a low carrier into it. RF power is almost all the way down, so keep that in mind. You know, 1.5, 2.5 watts probably about all you want to dead key into a Thunderbolt 305. Let's see, we'll show you that the preamp's working here. We're going to key up a radio, dummy load to dummy load, no preamp on. Okay, about 6S units. And we'll turn our preamp on. There you go. About 8S units there. So preamp's working just fine. We'll hit our sideband delay here. You can hear that slight delay in the relay. Good enough to show us that it's working. And shoot, that's it. Let's get over here and take her to the test on the old watt meter here. Bird 43P, 1000 watt slug. We'll start out on peak first. Turn this other radio off so we don't feed back. Hello, 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 about 30 watts or so. Hello, 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 almost 600. Audio test, 1, 2. Hello, audio test, 1, 2, 3. Audio, radio, 1, 2, 3. Audio, 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 audio. Hello, audio test, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Audio test, 1, 2. About 600 watts peak. Let's turn it all the way down here, see what it does. If it changes anything at all, we were keying like 30 watts. Hello, audio test, 1, 2, 3. Audio test, 1, 2, 3. It actually brought the swing up on it. Imagine that. Relay's clicking though because our dead key's so low. Hello, audio test, 1, 2, 3. Audio test, 1, 2, 3. Audio test. My goodness, almost 700 watts. You hear that relay? Dead key's too low. Turn the dead key up a little bit. There we go. That solved it. Audio test, 1, 2, 3. 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 Going between 6 and 700, and I do believe that this control on here, the way this works is it's a bias control. So we probably dropped the bias on it a little bit and picked up some peak power, if I'm guessing. I think that's how it works, but I could be wrong. Anyway, let's test it in average. That'll tell us more of the story here on it. And you see we saw like 650, 700, almost 700, not quite, I wouldn't say 700. Not quite on peak there with it all the way back, so it actually came up on the peak power. So let's test it on average all the way back. Hello audio, hello audio, hello audio. Audio, 200 watts average. Now we'll turn it wide open. Hello audio, hello audio, hello audio, hello audio, hello audio, hello audio. About the same. 200 watts average, just a shade past. So anyway, I guess that's interesting how the power control here showed about 600 wide open, turned it all the way down, and for whatever reason showed about close to 700. Let's do it again here. Peak wide open. Audio test 1 2 3. Audio test 1 2 3. Audio test 1 2 3. Audio just shy of 6, and all the way down. Audio test 1 2 3. 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 Audio, and then you see it comes on up all the way down. So not sure why it's doing that. Like I said, it might be some sort of bias control that makes it do that. I'm not 100% sure, but anyway, that's what she's doing. As far as tuning this thing up, people may have questions. I like to tune all my amps for peak power output, or if I don't have a peak meter, just forward average output. And without getting too fancy and technical into it, look, just start out with your drive control, audio, peak it out on the meter while audioing into the microphone. Next, move to your load control, audio, easily dial it back and forth until it peaks out on the meter. Do the same thing with the tune control. Now, some people like to do load, they'll like to do it with a carrier, and then they'll peak for tune. Okay, that's fine. You're going to get close to the same regardless there. You can tune them all out for a carrier, but you're going to lose a little bit of that peak power when you do that. And excuse me, my opinion, just tune out for forward modulated power. So peak power, average power, whatever, going forward. And that's going to be the way you want to tune this thing. Just audio, audio, audio. And you don't have to do it all day long. You should be able to see what the best position is within 5 seconds or so. Then after you do that, give it a rest for a little bit. You don't want to ruin the tubes or whatever, or sit there and just holler and holler and holler into it. Give it just a little bit of a break. Run through them one more time. Set it and forget it. You don't have to tune it every day. You don't have to tune it every other day. You tune it one time. If nobody bumps the knobs, it's in tune. When your power starts falling off, it probably means you need a new set of tubes in it anyway. So it doesn't mean retune it that it's out of tune. The positions that it's in tune. They don't get out of tune without messing with the knobs. So anyway, that's the Thunderbolt 305. A little bit of extra information there to end. People have asked me, how they tune these amps and stuff, and that's how I go about it. Okay, there's other ways to do it, but I tune mine that way. And my Thunderbolt 305 that I talk on has had the same set of tubes in it for about 3 or 4 years now. So must be doing something right to conserve the tubes like that. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. More videos to come. And questions, comments, complaints, shoot me a text, 423-299-3535. Nice little Thunderbolt 305. See you, bye, 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 bye.